Welcome to Real Estate and Taxes with Lakshay. I will be helping you minimize your taxes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my Tuesday session on real estate and taxes. Today, we're going to be talking about new financing programs for your basement renovation. So today's agenda will be what are the existing programs that have expired? What is the new announcement? What are the pros and cons for that announcement? Followed by the conclusion. Well, pre-existingly, there was a program in Brampton called Second Unit Renovation Program. This one allowed you to withdraw roughly $20,000 from the program that could be forgivable, but it had some conditions. You must have a home that is valued for less than $800,000 to qualify. Your family income must be less than $100,000. All of these programs allowed people in Brampton or the Peel region to renovate their basement. But unfortunately, as at June 2024, they have discontinued the applications and they're not accepting anymore. Well, in Brampton, the program is closed, but in region of Waterloo, there is still some eligibility available. If you wanted to withdraw roughly $25,000 towards your basement renovation, you can participate in the region of Waterloo, provided your house is there, your family income meets the criteria, as well as your home is valued for less than $500,000. The new announcement by Chrystia Freeland was announced just in October of 2024. She's basically saying if you want to renovate your basement, add a laneway home, garden suite, we will help you. If you have a pre-existing home, you can now borrow from that pre-existing home to up till 90% loan to value, meaning you can add additional 10%. Pre-existingly, you could only borrow up till 80% refinancing, but now you can do up till 90%. Not only will it help you get more additional rental income, but it'll also be a good idea for someone who wants to reduce their mortgage. The start date of this program is next year, Jan 15, 2025, so stay tuned for more updates. Now let's look at the key facts in regards to this program. Number one is related to loan to value. As per the new announcement, you can borrow up to 90%. They're valuing your home up until $2 million. Again, this is a great announcement. Key fact number two is related to amortization period. Previously, you would have 25 years to repay your mortgage. But now, with the additional refinancing, you have 30 years to repay your mortgage. Again, a favorable decision. Key fact number three is you can add up to 4 units, whether it be laneway home, basement legal apartment, garden suite. All of these cannot be more than 4 approx. Even if your property size is more and you want to add more than 4, it's not allowed, but the max limit is 4. Key fact number 4 is related to self-contained unit. They must have their own separate entrance. They must have their own kitchen. Some people, legalize their basement, but they don't add a kitchen, and someone is using the kitchen upstairs. That's not allowed. The kitchen must also be separate. Everything basically needs to be self-contained for it to qualify. Last but not the least, there has absolutely no short-term rental. If you're borrowing money and refinancing your home towards your renovation, you cannot use the new legal basement apartment or new garden suite to do short-term rental. It has to be a long-term rental. Now that we understand the key facts surrounding this program, let's look at the eligibility criteria. The eligibility criteria is broken down into 3 parts. First part is related to they must already own their own home, which means it must be their principal residence. The second eligibility criteria is you have to live in the property. Either you or your close relative must be in the property. It must be your principal residence. Last but not the least, you can borrow the funds, but the funds can only be used to create an additional unit within your primary home. Well, now we have understood what the eligibility criteria is. Let's look at the advantages of having this program. The first and foremost, you have a potential for higher rental income. Why? When you're making an additional garden house, garden suite, or you're making an additional legalized basement, you're going to charge them rent. Second advantage of this program is property value will increase. Last but not the least, the housing will also become more affordable. Let's look at what are some of the risks associated to the program. First and foremost, the risk is more debt. Now, if you were to finance to 90%, where you're borrowing more money, your mortgage is going to go up. Once the mortgage goes up, it means you're adding more debt to your existing portfolio. Number two is zoning and building codes are different everywhere, and sometimes it takes longer than expected to get approved for these basement suites. The third risk I wanted to highlight is the construction cost. Right now, construction cost for doing the basement, which is 1,000 square feet, is roughly 80,000. So the construction cost is really high. So from that perspective, also there's a greater risk. Well, all in all, I think it's a great program. The government is taking the right efforts towards making housing more affordable. Not only this, they also announced that now you can withdraw up to 70,000 from your RRSP. Previously, it was only 35,000 to make housing more affordable. Second was they proposed a new guideline in terms of amortization being 30 years rather than only 25 years. Again, making sure that people find it easier to buy into the home. And the third is they're looking towards launching a new program for 40,000 loan. The details are still yet to come out, but this is again going to be used towards renovating your basement or making it legal or adding an additional unit or a garden suite. And I also have a video where I talk about how can you rebuild your credit score in a short time span. So look at that video, and you can reach out to us or our team if you're looking to know more about these programs. Thank you once again for joining in. Really appreciate everyone's time. We'll see you next Tuesday at 2 p.m.